Hey, Mudbug, or Ron. So you got a new channel name? Yeah, I'm just moving things around a bit. I didn't quite like that setup, so I've still got the old Halloween stuff, but I'm just going to get a can up and start shooting. So give me a second. So how's your day so far? I'm assuming you haven't received any discs yet. Oh, it'd be nice if you get them for Christmas. That's what I'm hoping. Let's get this hoodie off. Yeah, what I'm not too concerned yet. So far there's 2 packages gone out, but Canada Post, what they're doing like these staggered strikes across the country, and they don't say who's striking or when, like which province. So it probably made it to some province here, then they went on strike and it sat somewhere for like a week or 2. But yeah, if you haven't got it, then I'll do like a UPS or something like that in the new year. Because no point in trying it before Christmas. But yeah, if you don't get it by then, I'll just send it some other way, because Canada Post is just being all sucky of late. Oh, that first pop on the can. Yeah, I thought I'd actually scheduled this, but apparently I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with them other 2 barrels. I figured I'm going to move things around a bit. Maybe I'll just put them to the side. And they can go outside like next summer. Yeah, because it's weird, because I sent a couple of discs to Sam, and I sent a package to Andrew Axum as well. And like, his is a surprise, but I don't think he watches my videos anyway, so it's not a big deal. But Sam hasn't got his discs either, and I mailed them at the same time. So that's what's making me think they're sitting somewhere in Canada in a post office that's not doing anything. Yeah, I thought I'd scheduled this because I actually put like a title thing to it and said save the date. 'Cause I was just going to start waffling about my whole dating experiences, or lack thereof. So I started going on the dating apps just after I turned 50. I figured, right, okay, I'm going to do this. Let's see how this goes. So I started off going on a few of the apps, and oh my god, like, when you hear about people talking about these dating apps and that they're shit, oh my god, they're right. You thought you had some old discs, turned out they were SSD. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. So when you do get those discs, like, they're becoming like gold dust now, because everyone's going with the SSDs now. So they're going to be harder and harder to get. I'm liking this, but I'm not feeling it. You know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. I'm going to put that to the side because I've treated myself to a Scout LT2, but I haven't shot it yet. Okay, that's annoying. The little key thing, you got to stretch that paracord. Yeah, and they're a nightmare. Like, to get those discs out, you need the I think the size is I think it's T6 or T8. You need those to get the actual discs out. Yeah, once you get these. Hey Kyle, how you doing? Yeah, no, I haven't done a live in a while. I just sort of got caught up doing other things. Like, I've been trying to arrange, like, help the kid get registered for college for March. See, that mud bug, I don't know if it's just me because I'm a bit of a Harry Potter fan, but seeing that, Ron, I want to say Mudblood. Yeah, so just to bring you up to date, Carl, like, I treat myself finally to a Scout LT2 because I was a fan of the LT1. And I did do an order from Simple Shot, and it's like, okay, it was like for other people. I was like, okay, well, while I'm doing the order, I'm going to get myself an LT2. Yeah, and likewise. Yeah, I haven't even shot in a while. So, getting warmed up all over again. So yeah, so I started on this whole dating thing because I hit 50, my kid's now 18, like, graduated high school, so it's like, okay, it's time for me to get out there. And holy shit, okay, I kind of like that. Dating apps are a fucking mess. It's like a nightmare. Most of them now do this whole thing where, like, the woman responds first. So if you're a dude, like, it's a fucking nightmare. So if either of you are married and you're having arguments with a wife and you're roughly in my age range, just do yourself a favour and make up. Don't become single. It's fucking horrible. It's not horrible, it's just horrible out there if you're trying to date. Because my theory is that most people, as you get older, you become more, what's the word? Like, a bit more strict. Yeah, dating at 50. Oh, it's fucking, I hate it. I hate the whole dating thing. his leg off. So yeah, first of all, like you're like just putting yourself out there, and you already know that even if you're trying to honestly date on a dating app, you're already competing with about 1,000 dick pics and married guys and all that. So like, you've pretty much got no chance of getting through to any women anyway, because they're too busy just filtering all the dick pics out. Get paper up actually and see how accurate this is. Actually, should I do that? No, I'm not even sure where any pegs are, because I haven't even been down in the basement in such a long time, because my kid does the laundry. So yes, I started watching what I think the other thing that got me into the whole let's go out dating again. I started watching this show. I caught it by accident once on YouTube, and it's called First Dates. And basically, it's a British show, but they've done an American, Canadian, and like a few other countries have done it. And basically, they've got these people that are in. They've agreed to be filmed on their first date in this restaurant, and everyone just asks the same bloody questions over and over. Hey, Turtle and Andy. Yeah, sorry, I normally schedule my lives, and I thought I did. I could have sworn I scheduled it for today, but it wasn't showing up. So I figured, right, I'm still going to go live. And shoot the shit. So yeah, so this show, they're like people dating and they get filmed, but everyone, oh fuck me, like I don't know how people just don't blow their brains out on dates, because everyone, they sit there, oh, what do you do for a living? What do you like? It's like, Jesus Christ, like, can someone? Oh, I have you, and Kyle. Oh, you're my type as well. I'm not sure where I'm hitting. I should. Let's get a bit of paper up, because I'm not sure where I am truly hitting with this. So we can find a. Right, and they ask the same fucking boring questions all the time. So I think, right, I'm going to ask for different, and it's not us just trying to be different. To me, these are interesting questions. But like one of the questions I had, and this sort of flows over into that on Sunday I went speed dating. So I'd ask questions like, when you was a kid, what present did you not get at Christmas that you would buy for yourself now? Like, you know, fucking interesting questions, get you thinking. Which anyone out, like Andy, Kyle, or Rob, anyone in the chat, like, feel free to answer that, because it's an interesting one anyway. Was there a gift that you never got as a kid that you would buy for yourself now? Because for me, there's a few. There was a remote control car. I never got a remote control car. Never had a magic set. And I never got one of those sports yo-yo things. So I've got the yo-yo. I bought that a little while ago. But I've started getting myself like magic books and stuff like that. And I'm seriously considering getting a remote control car. Like maybe one of those kit ones that you build up and you put like the fuel in and everything. My brother is here listening to the live, and he said to tell you he likes your vibe. Oh, well, thank him very much, Kyle. He said you have to come to Barbados and shoot with me, and he would cook for us because he's So I knew like you were somewhere in. I didn't know exactly what island you were on. So like, what would like Barbados? Is there like a signature dish in Barbados? Oh, and if anyone's noticing, like I've got these little beads in my dreads. So I've got these little silver. They've got like Viking runes on them, just to bring it out a little bit. So Kyle, is there any like? What would be like if someone said a typical Barbados food? Is there something? You know, like you say, from England. As soon as you say England, most people probably think fish and chips. Like, so what would that be for Barbados? Right, we're just going to do 5 shots on that target, the centre, and let's see where this is going, because this is a bit smaller than I usually shoot, but I've got like the optics on there, so I'm interested how accurate these optics are. Cornmeal cuckoo, does that mean like couscous? And flying fish. Now, I know about flying. I didn't realise you could eat flying fish. I've never heard of that. Is there something like flying fish? Like if you could compare it to another fish, is it like similar to something else? Like cod, haddock, tilapia or something like that? Alright, Ron, never got into RC cars, but had a lot of fun with RC airplanes. See, that would be fun. I would love to fly like a remote control plane. I nearly bought a drone years ago, but I think like they're really strict in Calgary. I mean, like, it's illegal to have a slingshot out in public in the city, within city limits. So a drone, yeah, you've just got no chance. I think you can get a special license if you're like a home inspector, things like that. Then you can like get it to fly to check the roofs and things like that. But they're very restrictive here. Fucking Canada, like they consider this a loaded weapon if I went out in public. Yeah, I mean, technically it is, but. Right, one more and we go and check on that. Most consumed meal in the country is macaroni pie, rice and chicken. Would you say it's like a lot more spicy there? Because I would think Barbados, I think of like sort of those countries and islands where it would be a lot more sort of spices added to foods. Would that be accurate? Which is a good, like, I love like Jamaican and any kind of soul food, like a good jambalaya. Fucking love. I'm not saying that's from Barbados. I know that's like Louisiana, kind of like those southern United States kind of areas, but I do love jambalaya. Nice shrimp and sausage. Let's have a look. Let's see how this is aiming. Let's get my phone out of my pocket because. Okay, that's actually really fucking. Right, so shooting a little bit higher, but holy shit, look at that grouping. Wow. So it's shooting high because I'm used to a 95 to 100, but holy shit. So I'm going a little bit, so I want to go a little bit low. Okay, fall on the floor, I don't care. I'm not sure what fish to compare it to. Yes, we have lovely flavour. Yeah, a bit of spice in foods. like, you can't get anything decent like that here. You really have to hunt around. Like, there's a few restaurants and they've said they've got jambalaya, and I've tried it, and it's like, no, because when I first got married and we come over to North America, because we moved from England, like, my kid's mum, and I've probably said it before, my kid's mum is Canadian. So after we got married, we moved from England to Canada, and then we done a road trip, went all the way down to like Louisiana, across and up through Montana, up into Alberta. But when we were down in Louisiana, and the jambalaya there was, yeah, the shrimp and sausage mix, beautiful it was. So like anything like that, you win me over. There's a really nice Nigerian restaurant here. That Nigerian food I love. It was funny because on the menu in this Nigerian restaurant, it had like chicken, goat, and something else. It was like 3 different meats, and then it had a thing called mix. So when I went, I'd have to look it up, the name of it, because this was like 6 months ago or so. But it was so good. But my kid who come with me, she wanted to try out different restaurants, and she said, I'll have the mix, thinking it'd be like a bit of goat, a bit of chicken, and I can't remember what the third meat was. Luckily the waiter, realising like this is our first time, and I think we said we've never had Nigerian food, and so he sort of walked, and then he came back and he went, do you know what mix means? And my kid is like, no. And he said it's like all the innards, like stomach and like basically the organs of, I think, the goat. And like my kid's face was just like shocked, and he's like, yeah, I thought I'd better check with you. So she ended up having the chicken in the end. But yeah, so if ever you go to a Nigerian restaurant and you see mix, just make sure that you know exactly what you're getting. Right, let's will be made the same way or similar to grits, but made from cornmeal. Yeah, grits, that's okay, that's not bad. Like, I had grits in, I can't remember, it was like Georgia, maybe, somewhere, one of those states. In terms of pepper, not as much as Jamaica does. Right, so you like your LT2, enjoying. So see, I don't mind, I don't have an issue with smaller frames. It's because I have giant hands, so to me I have to do like an offset, quite a large offset, to be able to hit things. But with a 95 or 100, I'm like corner point on. I'll have to go quite a bit lower for this, like that, to hit it. And through my vision, I'm like probably 3/4 of an inch below the bottom of that can. But I do love the, like, it's got a great feel. Simple Shot they've done a great job. The feel of it, the comfort, like the curves. It's a beautiful frame. I just wish that there was some way of getting a 95mm LT2, because I would be all over that. Let's have a look. Let's see what, because I haven't shot anything there. Here's the one I took to ECST. So my pulse. So this is a 100mm pulse. My blinged out 100mm pulse. And I've also got, coming this Friday, I've got some of that Zoyo ammo, because I was doing like favours and things at work, and so one of the people there sent me a $90 Amazon gift voucher. Well, unfortunately they'd done it for Amazon.com, not Amazon.ca, so I had to order something from the US. And I figured, I'm going to try that Zoyo ammo, and it comes on Friday. I've ordered 9.5mm. See that? I was point on for corner. and it's dot on. I don't know, maybe I've just got a big head. You like the LT2 without the palm swells? Let's give it a go. Where did I just put my LT2? So I need to sort out lighting down here. Right, LT2. Let's try that. I know they're going to drop down onto the just want to give that a go. As you said, without the palm swells, let's give that a try. Because I never tried it. When I had the LT1, or well, I guess just the LT, I always had the palm swell on it. I don't think I've ever shot with that. I tell you, the only regret, because of putting the order in from Canada, is I wish I'd bought like one of those extra weights. Because I like a heavy frame, and I bet that feels good. Like, I bet this LT2 feels good with like a bit of extra weight to it. First bit of unscrewing, that suits my dating life. I'm unscrewing. Hey, Weston, how you doing? Right, so that's on there and that. Right, so they're just going to dangle down. Oh, I didn't realise they actually have it quite nice. So can you do that as a pinky hole? Oh, look at that! You can actually use the LT2 as a pinky hole without the thing. Good advice. I'm pleased I tried that. Yeah, I've not been too bad, Weston. Like, busy with like so many other things. But yeah, I was just saying about the whole dating life thing at 50, and it's shit. So let's jump back to that. So the dating apps, as I said, are terrible. Yeah, still got aim low, but that's nice that you can use a pinky hole on the LT2. I like that. But I'm going to jump back to this because I want to be point on today while I warm up, and it's been like a while. So after like the dating app disasters, and I tried a few and they're pretty much the same, and yeah, just literally got nowhere because, like, of course you can't message someone unless you match. And it's like, as I said, like I think most women, they're just getting so swamped with dick pics and all stuff like that. And as one of my jokes would be, I don't send dick pics because I like to see a woman's disappointment on her face. Really getting the bug for this again now. Getting warmed up because I haven't shot in weeks, absolute weeks. Okay. Full disclosure, I did have, and because I've always said I'm an advocate, I did have quite a little depressive episode the last few weeks, which is the other reason I wasn't doing lives. I was just totally not in that zone. But obviously bounced back now. So yeah, so Sunday I went speed dating. When I decided, like when I turned 50 and I thought I'm going to try dating, I signed up for a speed dating event, and that was on Sunday night. So if anyone's not sure what speed dating is, basically what you do, like, there was 15 spots, so 15 men, 15 women. All the women sit down at a table, and all the men sort of go, like, you go one like opposite one woman, and you date, and then you note down their name, and you at the end of like 8 minutes, only 8 minutes, and you tick yes or no. And if you both, similar to an app, like, but if you both tick yes, then they send you their information. If one or both say no, then you don't get anything. Check target. Yeah, they don't have target here. It's funny though, because I do knife throwing, and the guy that owns the place where I go knife throwing, he's like, dude, you've got to come Thursday nights. There's loads of single women. So I'm considering that, but in January. But yeah, so the speed dating, you're going around table to table, you get 8 minutes to talk. And I'm using like those same like interesting like conversation pieces. Like, oh, if you could go back in time and do any prank, what would you do? I mean, I don't know. We all know I'm fucking weird. We know that. But to me, that's like, those are interesting questions. It's not like, what do you do for a living? What do you do when you're not... Like, bit of like imagination to it. But apparently that didn't work. So I got one match from that. And I did start texting her yesterday. And we kind of set something up for Friday, but nothing like in stone. Like, she'd said meet for coffee at this place, and I think she works till 5:30. And when I looked, this place closed at 6. So I was like, well, we can't really go there. Because she'd originally looked at Wednesday, and that was 8 o'clock, like tonight, but it closes at 8. But then she couldn't make tonight, so she said Friday. But we haven't got anything in stone yet. But I mean, a lot of women obviously said no to me because I didn't get like all those dates. But I did say I was love slingshots, and told them I went to like ECSC, like a tournament, and like was talking about that. So a few of them seemed like really interested, but then I think they were just fake interested. Right, yeah, sorry, Kyle. I do know Rihanna. I don't really listen to her music. The reason I know Rihanna was more from the Lonely Island songs, like the ones she done with on SNL with, I want to say Adam, and that's not Adam Sandler. He's the other guy. Damn it, I can't think of his name. But yeah, that they done the one Shy Ronnie and that, and they had her on that. Let's hang in there. Kyle. Yeah, and oh, but Weston, I appreciate that. The saying hang in there. Just be nice to like have someone talk to and all that, like adult conversations. Although I say that, adult conversations, like I'm here with adults now, and is this an adult conversation? I guess it is, but it's a very childish adult conversation. Don't bring up slingshots on you. Too late. I already did, Weston. I didn't mention the basement though. Like I haven't mentioned the hookers. Cool. See, 100 mil. Need like the giant hands, giant frame. Oh, Kevin, you're here as well. How you doing? Long time no speak. And I know that's because I haven't been live either, but I should have bought more of them big skeletons. It's actually quite fun shooting off his limbs. Oh, is she from Barbados? I didn't know that. So what's it like living in Barbados? Like, because when I hear Barbados, all I hear is like people sort of going there for a holiday and or want to go to the beaches in Barbados, and it's great. But I know, like from my perspective, living in Canada and coming from England, when I'm talking to people about England and they say, "Oh, I'm going to visit," I always tell them, like, you're going to have an amazing time. Like, there is so much to see and do, but don't fall in love with it because you can't live there. Like, living in a place and going there on vacation are very different things. I appreciate that, Weston. Yeah, I'd say, like, I'm very open about mental health. I did have a bit of a depressive time after, but I bounced back, obviously, because I'm like back here and now blinging out the dreads. But yeah, that's why I wasn't really around even on people's lives. I was just like, my heart just wasn't in it. And that's why I haven't shot in a while. But a couple of days ago, it's like, I've kind of bounced back. I'm feeling good. And I want to shoot. I got that bug again. You know, like anyone who's had like depression and stuff like that, you know when you get into that funk and you just don't want to do anything. Like all the things that you love, you just like, you're not feeling that joy or that push to do it. And that's how I knew I was bouncing back, because a couple of days ago it's like, yeah, I need to do a live. But Tuesday nights are my movie night. So it's like, okay, Wednesday, I'm just going to, after work, have something to eat and then go live. Because I need that can noise and I need you guys. Ron P.O. didn't realise that was you. Yeah, for all the other people, Ron P is Mud Bug Slings. I had to do it slowly because my brain wants to say Mudblood. Awesome beaches, awesome food, sexy women, yeah. Friendly people, but cost of living is high and incomes are generally low. That's most of Calgary. Like, I'm pretty lucky in what I do, and it's purely just because of what I do for work. But yeah, my pay, I earn enough to pay the mortgage, buy all the food and all that, and have some left over for fun things and buying slingshots and that. But I'm not going around the world touring. But yeah, like, I hear it from a lot of people, so I am lucky in that perspective. But I know there's a lot of people that struggle like that. I've heard of families, both parents working, and they still go to food banks to get food. Like, that's how bad it can be here. So, not to downplay what it's like for you, like, it's just, I think a lot of places are like that. So I guess in a way I'm saying you're not on your own. Hey Leon, you just got the notification. Oh, I went live like 40 minutes about, yeah, because 6 o'clock it was. Yeah, and I don't know, Leon, it's been weird, because I swear I, like, where I always, as you know, I always schedule my lives, and I did do it last night, because I know I've still got the image that I put up, because I'd done an image saying save the date, because I was talking about the whole dating experiences of late, and for some reason it's not there. It's really weird. Am I planning on going to another tournament next year? I am, Kevin. Probably not ECST. I say probably not. I haven't 100% ruled it out, but I'd rather go to a different one. So I wouldn't mind Hocking Hills. That's the one I'm aiming for. And Smo has said that if I do go, he's got a spare tent and things like that I can use of his. Because that's the difficulty in Hocking Hills, is it's a campsite and it would cost me a fortune to, like, fly with a tent and all stuff like that. Even if I got there, bought it at Walmart, then flying back with it, they're going to charge me an arm and a leg. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for, Hocking Hills. But I don't want ECST, but I'm not ruling it out, just in case, like, things change, things happen. Hocking Hills gets cancelled or something, and then like, it's like, okay, well, what one shall I go to? So 95% sure it's not going to be ECST. Are you going to be going to any, Kevin? Right, so I'm not imagining it then. So you click the notify button, yeah, because I do that for lives. There's a few channels that I watch with lives. One of them, I know I've mentioned it a few times, and I think Josh, I've told him about it. It's called Creature Features, and they live stream really like bad horror movies every Friday and Saturday night, but they have it as a live stream, so everyone's chatting while the movie's going. So I do it for that. I always click like the notify me button, so it emails me like a day before and then an hour before the show. So yeah, I swear I set this up to like start streaming at 6. But when I went, because the way I do it, I use like OBS, piece of software, and usually I click on the button, it connects to my YouTube and it says, oh, here's your live stream. I just select that and it goes. But when I clicked it, it's like, you don't have any scheduled live streams. It's like, oh, I do. I swear I do. That's why I just clicked go live, because like, I'm not going to quickly set one up. Right, for the money it takes to travel, I wouldn't pick Hocking Hills. Yeah, see, and that's a Point Western, because it's called like, it's going to cost me £2,000. So that's the other thing. It's like looking at money and all stuff like that. Because ECST, I mean, of course, like everyone's like, oh, it's the big one, and it also works out for me. I don't know about the US, but in Canada, you have to do your taxes before the last day of February, and you've usually got your rebate sort of third week of March. They're pretty quick at processing it. So like last year, it was like, oh, okay, this is great. Like I've got like this tax rebate, and that paid for a lot of ECST. AIM or ECST? When is AIM? AIM is like October, isn't it? Yeah, at least two of them, ECST, maybe AIM or HHST. Yeah, so like, I'm not going to say 100% now no to ECST. It's unlikely, but let's say I'm not going to say no because it's a long way off. Anything can happen between now and whatever, like February, March. Yeah, like Kevin, I'd definitely only do one though, because I can't afford £4,000 in a year for like 2 weekends away. So it'll only be the one, which is why I've got to like, okay, let's choose. Choose wisely. I had it in my head from Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, when they're choosing like which one is the chalice. Choose wisely. He did not choose wisely. I'll have to do. If I go to a tournament and it sucks, I'm gonna have to do that. I did not choose wisely. See, the laugh is back. I know you missed it. ECST is the only one I make. It's an hour away. Yeah. Isn't, I thought Hocking Hills was like not. I mean, obviously ECST is the closest. Isn't Hocking Hills still fairly close-ish to you, or is it like literally like a day's drive? I thought those two were fairly close together. I am enjoying this can. Screw you, Billy! See, I actually get to say it now, Brush. Because every time you come on and it's Billy, all I get is Jacksepticeye in my head going, "Screw you, Billy!" For what was that game? Like, I can't remember the name of it, but like you basically like you just drove around, like ride around and get blown up, and I wish I could remember the name of it. It was like really big about, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. And for anyone who hasn't seen Jacksepticeye as a YouTuber, I haven't seen him in years. But back then he used to play this game, and whenever he got the character as the little boy, he said the little boy just looked like his name was Billy. And he'd blow Billy out and he'd go, "Screw you, Billy!" Yeah, I did look up, I think Jacksepticeye is still doing videos, but I just looked at his channel and it said like he had stuff, but I didn't really look. But he was like lots and lots of video games. But he's Irish, so if you was to check him out, like he's got a really strong Irish accent. He's like, "Screw you, Billy!" So did I finish the story about the date? I think I did. Yeah, so that's where we've left it so far. Haven't heard from her since yesterday, so just have to wait and see. Now, I did, and I know you lot are probably going to say, "You fucking idiot," but I did give her my YouTube channel and said, "Well, take a look at this. This is my sense of humour." Now, see that there is always logic in my madness. Because, on the kind of serious-ish note, I don't want to waste my time or hers. So, look, if I was to date someone, they've got to know this. Not that I shoot slingshots, but they've got to know what my sense of humour is and what I'm like, and always joking around and a big kid. So they've got to know that. And it's like, because I told her, like, when she said she might not be able to do Wednesday night, and that's why we said the Friday thing, and I said, okay, well, I'm just going to do a live then on Wednesday night. And that's the logic in my madness. Thank you, Leon, for the thumbs up thing. But yeah, so it's like, okay, she's got to see the sort of person I am. Yeah, well, Leon, if I disappear, that could be like one of 20 different reasons why I disappear. There's a whole slew of them. Oh, and I don't think anyone about the new tattoo. Oh, anyone with a Weird Al, like, who likes Weird Al, I got a new tattoo on the wrist. Because last time I done a live was on my birthday, and I got this the day after. I was hoping to get it on my birthday, but couldn't get in. So I was talking or philosophizing, is that a word? With someone a few weeks ago, and we're talking about like how like there's people out there that say, "Oh, you should be this, you should believe this political party, this, like, that's the right way to go." And I just said, I'm too old for that shit now. I'm not going to change the world. And then this phrase popped in my head: you cannot change the world, but you can change yours. Meaning, you're not going to do anything like extravagant that really changes the way the world is going out there. So all I'm going to do is focus on my little bubble of the unit. Can I go to work? Can I put food on the table for me and the kid? Can I pay my bills? That's it. That's what I'm going to focus on. Don't care about politics, religion, anything like that. It's like, just want to focus on mine. But it popped in my head exactly like that. So the day after my birthday, the Saturday, I got it as a tattoo because I wanted to get something to commemorate 50. And I know I'll always have like the little birthday video that will forever be on the internet. So just like in future generations, they may look back and think, what the fuck was wrong with that guy? We need his brain. But yeah, so that was, I cannot change the world, but I can change mine. Because it just made sense to me. And it's like that speaks volumes, and it's like how I feel. Because now, like when I do my movie nights, one of my friends, that they talk a lot of politics, and I've just got no interest in it. So I'm not bad, mean or anything. Like just let him talk. But I've said a few times, I really don't care anymore. I don't care about politics. I don't care what's going on in the world. Because if World War III broke out, what am I going to do? Like, what could I do right now to stop it? Let me answer that for you. Fuck all. So yeah, oh, changing my world, yes. Larry, I need to change my meds before I change my world. But in other news, hello Larry. I tell you one thing. Now you've popped in here, Larry. So like you're the magic, string magic stuff and all that. Because I've been looking at magic tricks and stuff like that and learning. So there's I don't know what it's called. Maybe like magician's thread or something like that. But they've basically got this thread that magicians use, and it's so fine, like you can't see it. Like you have to keep it like on a big spool, even though it's like so tiny, just because you'd lose it. If you dropped it on the floor, that's it. Like you'll never find it. And it's like, I wonder what that would be like in a catch box, because it would look like all the targets are just floating in midair. Spoiler alert, just in case you see like these magicians doing like a card and they're doing this and it's kind of floating, that's how that's done. They've got this really, really fine thread, like maybe tied to there, and they're just sort of doing that, and it's just resting on the string. So, sorry, spoiler alert. So, and how is Larry doing? You should check with Coin Worker. Yeah, actually, I did speak to Coin. He's helped me out a little bit. He's given me advice on like what books to get, what to look for, things to look up, like to like get the basics. I'm not looking at doing it like shows or anything like that. It's just fun, because like I'm a fidgeter, and even at work, like for years and years, I'll always have a deck of cards with me. Because if I'm sitting at work and I'm thinking, like a lot of my work, so I'd say about 30% of my day might just be like literally sitting there thinking, because I'm trying to figure things out, how they work. And I'll just sit there shuffling cards. I don't know why, it's kind of like a fidget thing. So I don't know why I didn't get into it sooner. But yeah, because I was talking about the whole, like, things I never had as a kid. And I did talk to Coin, yeah. So he has been giving me some good advice. It basically told me certain like phrases to look up, and then like he said that this will get you going. So I do practice and play around with them, and I'm having fun. It is a lot of fun. But yeah, I've always tinkered with playing cards anyway. Sometimes I shuffle them and then put them all back in order again. I don't know why. It's an ADHD thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm like a Rain Man kind of thing. I should try and go to Vegas. Or just, what was it in Rain Man? The matchsticks? Was it matchsticks that drop on the floor on the table? And he's like, 1,327. And it's, I haven't seen that in such a long time, Rain Man. I can't remember if it's good or not. Your logo is sweet. Got stickers yet? I'd have to look, so I can barely make it out in the chat. I can see it's like orange, yellowy, red. I'll have to get a better look. Lady, if not, tuck it back. Yeah, I think I've made that joke. I made that joke once on Smo, and I think he cracked up. I was saying something like about like pretending to be a woman, and I said, oh, it puts a whole new meaning to wrap and tuck. It was quite a while ago, and I remember like Smo cracking up when I said that. It's a crawfish, right? I can kind of see like a fish, because, and I'm not saying it does look like that, but there was a video game as a kid. Now that only if you're in kind of my age range, you might remember this. But there was a game with a little fish, and it was called James Pond, and it was like a little fish who was a spy. It tell you what, and I'm only seeing a tiny little thing, but the logo kind of looks like that because he was like red, but he had a little tuxedo on. So yeah, I'll have to have a proper look. AI digger, well, AI's got to do its job fucking sometime, because it fails so often. Like I can't remember if I mentioned this one, but anyone who's played around with AI, you can look it up. It doesn't do it anymore, but there was a time a couple of months ago where if you said how many R's in strawberry, it would say 2. And the reason it done that, because it compresses text. So whenever there's a word and there's 2 letters the same next to each other, it would compress that to just 1. Like berry, RR, it would make that just 1 R. Makes reading faster. So, of course, like it got, like, you can look it up, Google it, like asking AI how many R's in strawberry. You'll see it was a big thing, and everyone's going, well, like, it's dumb. So the way they fixed it, instead of changing the whole program and saying actually count how many R's there are, what they done, they just put a bit of code in there that says if anyone ever asks how many R's in strawberry, say 3. They didn't get it to actually count or correct it. They just basically put an override and told it what the answer was. Yeah, AI is this great thing. It's not. It doesn't fucking work. The only people that really, really rave about AI are those people that are earning $300 an hour as a consultant, and the executives of big companies that believe all the shit that those $300 an hour consultants tell them. Took a lot of tries. Oh, like a couple of nights ago, I was trying to do a little like picture for a badge, like pin button thing, and one of the words was distraction, and it put like DISTTRCTACTIO, something like that. It was just like absolutely crazy, and I kept saying, you spell it wrong, you spell it wrong. It got down to put in 2 C's for distraction, and then I must have spent about 10 minutes saying, you've got 2, remove one of those C's, you've got 2 C's in there. Okay, I'm going to do that. Does the image exactly the same, 2 C's? No, you've still got 2 C's in there. Oh, okay, I see this, I'm sorry, I'll definitely do it right this time. Guess what happened? As my opinion on the whole AI thing, if someone said, will AI take my job? The answer is yes, because, as I said, executives in big companies don't know how shitty AI is, and they don't understand that it doesn't work. Can it do your job? Absolutely not. It's fucking thick as shit. It gets it wrong all the time. If you've never really looked into it and you never heard the term, look up AI hallucinations. Or you'll have a laugh, because AI, the programmers, or whatever you want to call them, AI is programmed to never give a negative response. I.e., it will never say, I don't know, or there's not enough information. It will never say that. So when it gets to that point where it can't answer, basically it makes shit up, like complete fiction, and it will say, yeah, this is the fact. Yeah, I get heated about AI because I just get tired of people saying, oh, it's so good, it's so good. It's like, no, it's shit, it doesn't fucking work. Like, but yeah, you try and get AI to say, I don't know. Push it all you want. it will just get to a point and it will literally lie to you and make up things. And people have actually called it out and done screenshots and said, that's actually not even true. Oh, another one, as we're all guys here, AI, and I can't remember the exact one, I'll look it up maybe for the next live, but it said something like, if a man is pissing into the sea, that shrimp can swim up that stream of urine into your penis. That was a real thing. It said that was real. Gonna get that can. I'd love to know these people that do like cut cans in like 3 shots. It's got to be because I'm just using small ammo. Be interesting when I get that 9.5, which should be Friday. Along with several magic books. Does anyone else out there know like magic tricks, or are you doing like the old dad style ones? Which there's nothing wrong with those. I just enjoy it. See, I got into, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this already, but I got into watching Fool Us, which is by Penn and Teller. What they do, like Penn, you know, the magicians, and they'll get magicians on stage and they'll do a trick, and Penn and Teller have to try and figure out how it's done. And I watched so many episodes, I started realising things about how certain tricks were done. It's like, okay, I'm getting into this now. Let's try something different. Oh, don't shoot this one that often. Let's go with this. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever shot it. Let's give it a go. Snapshot. I think this is... No, it's a hillbilly pouch. I'm slowly transferring all my pouches over to Leon's Leather. That sounds like a kinky sex shop. Leon's Leather. Sorry, Leon, but it just slipped out. Yeah, I'm using these kangaroo leather pouches. I really like those. I like to feel the ball. Shrimp on shrimp crime. You mean that doesn't happen? Takes a lot when you use yeah, I think because I'm using smaller ammo, and a lot of people doing it with like they're shooting like 9.5 mil. But yeah, you can look it up. That whole, I'm sure it was like shrimp, something like that. And if you're pissing into the sea, it will swim up that stream straight in your little, whatever you want to call it, and go into your body. AI said that was a fact. Oh, here's another one. I don't know if people like follow stuff like this. So this was another great one. Someone said how to get the cheese, and seriously, you can Google this, I'm not making this shit up. Someone asked AI how to get the cheese to stick to pizza, and its answer was glue it on there. Like, can you imagine? Like, there's going to be some idiot out there that hears that, and they're going to put fucking Gorilla Glue on their pizza. Not feeling that. I like the frame. I think these bands are just a little bit too short. I'm not getting that full stretch, so I'm going to have to reband that one. Let's just go with Eddie. Let's do Eddie. We'll go with Eddie for a little while. Oh, and the other good news. See, I've had quite a lot of good news-ish of late. I actually start feeling cold because it's winter, and like I've always said, like, oh, I'm always hot. I've actually started feeling cold because I think it's because I'm losing the weight. I found a picture of me from a year ago, and it's like, holy shit! Like, I because I don't notice it when you're losing weight. Because you see yourself every day, you don't notice it. But I look back at a picture of me a year ago. Like, you could even like look back at like one of my videos from a year ago. It's like, holy shit, I've lost loads of weight. But still losing. I need 19 pounds left to get to my ideal weight. So I'm hoping to have that off by about April, March, April, like first quarter-ish. Secrets out. See now, Leon, I am wondering if anyone out there has made any kinky leather stuff out of kangaroo leather, because it's always like that thick black leather. Whenever you say like leather kinky stuff, you immediately think of that thick black leather. I wonder if anyone's done it with kangaroo leather, because like that would be more comfortable. Like there's a market there for this. There's a market for kinky leather kangaroo stuff. You have a little pouch to put your dildos in. I'm actually kind of liking this, that because my catch box is a little bit lower. On them barrels, it's a little bit lower. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm going to sort out the cameras, because like that camera there, it's not really pointing at anything. Right, I'm going to do about 3 more shots and then I'm going to call it. No, that just did not feel right at all. So 2 more shots and I'll call it, because my tummy's grumbling and I'm at that stage where I think that fart might be solid. So I don't think you want to witness that, so we do 2 more shots. One more. And then I promise I'll be doing more videos. Now I'm out of that whole mental health funk. Thanks to the doctor did up doses of meds, so I'm out of that funk now, so I will jump back in. Missed it. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining in. I know it was a bit last minute, but love you all. You're all great. I know, big homo, but you are all great. Like, I do, every one of you. Like, you do mean a lot to me when you join this. So have a good evening, and I'll see you on the next one.